Hey guys, welcome back to Kudike. So here we are, we're back in the shop. It's Sunday, I got my holy shirt on, it's got lots of holes in it. This is signs of work. But anyways, let's get on to the car here. So I'll take you for a little walk around. We got some paint on the inner fenders, some on the bumper, the rad cradle, all the rest of this. A little bit of sanding done on a fender. I got some old box openings for you. I ordered some stuff off of Amazon, some parts that I ordered for the car as well. I'll show you those. Not going to get too intense today, but we're going to do a little bit of work. I'll show you what we got in store here. So here we go, guys. We got some paint on the inner fenders, got some on the rad cradle. It's a little dusty right now. It's a dusty shop, but paint time will get this cleaned up and make a spray booth out of it. But yes, in here, everything is black now. The inner fenders are black. Inside and out, the rad cradle, the bumper. Things are coming together. It's looking really good. We did manage to get the doors aligned. And simply we came in here, loosened off these bolts, moved up and down where we needed to. There's some bolts that are way back in here. Not sure if you can see them very well, but that kind of moves the door back and forth so we can align it that way. Top and bottom hinges. So we got the door lined up quite nice actually. I'm quite happy with the way it's lined up. The gap feels really good all the way up and down. And yes, we'll be changing the door handle. I got one on order. Door locks as well. She was never able to lock the doors in this or open the trunk by the key. So we'll change all the locks in this. But yeah, it's come along really nice. I'll take you over here. Did a little bit of sanding on the fender. The car was multicolor. So I've just gone at this with an 80 grit with my orbital sander, actually sitting right there. And so we'll come back, we'll do another sand on this with finer grit, and eventually we'll just move up and on up in grit. I do have some stuff I got to unbox for you guys, show you what I ordered in order to work on this car. And because it's black, it's going to be taking a lot of sanding, a lot of man hours just to sand all this down, make sure that there's no ripples when the black goes on, because black's just like a mirror finish. It's going to show everything. So let's get to the unboxing. I'll show you the parts that I ordered and a little backstory on some of this stuff. So bear with me, guys. All right, guys, so I ordered up some stuff. Actually, this pile here I got off Amazon. So I wanted a roll of sandpaper so we can do our blocking with it. And this is a little preemptive, but I wanted to have it on stock just in case it was back ordered or something along those lines. So right here, it is a 20 yards of 400 grit sandpaper. I can cut this to length, stick it on my block, and away I go. And then the other one is a 180. So we'll start with 180 where we need to. We'll probably put a high build primer on this that'll fill the voids and stuff, guide coat, sand. But then I ordered DuraBlock sanding blocks, again off Amazon. I haven't opened this yet. Lots of pan flips, give you lots of information on here. Oh, hey, they give me some hand cleaner as well. So yeah, we get dirty in here. So it's a hand cleaner. This is Dura Scrub. We've got some citrus block, some orange soap as well. But neither here nor there. We'll clean our hands some way or another. But these here is what I really wanted. Dura blocks. Not sure if you can see that. And it's just a wraparound. There's no Velcro on it. So we'll just put the paper around it, hold with our hand. Little one there, a couple smaller, thinner ones. Got a longer one for some of those small areas like the A-pillars, stuff like that. But this is the one that I really wanted, right here. And I think it's about 16 inches or something like that. This is going to give us a nice flat surface for when we're sanding the doors, fenders, hood, get rid of any of those ripples and such. And included in this is a round one, just in case we get into, say, an older car where it's got the rolled fenders and stuff, we can get in and really sand in those areas. Okay, so that's my Amazon purchase to work on this car. So as you knew, we had to get a battery tray for it. The battery tray, it was relatively easy to find. I ordered it up. It came in within about 4 or 5 days. The thing that I was having a hard time finding was the floor pan for the front passenger. I phoned about a different 12 different shops around the area until one shop said they can get it in, I think it was 3 to 4 weeks. Well, the nice thing is we found one, and so I ordered it up. It was going to be a little while, but here we go. There's the passenger side floor pan. It actually came in within about a week and a half. It's exactly what I needed. I thought I was going to need the rear driver's side floor pan, but it turns out I don't. We can fab up what we need to around the area that it is a little bit corroded. It's not a big deal. Also, where the sills are for the door, we have to make that cap that goes in there to cover all the wiring. But I'm going to make that. It doesn't look like a complicated part to make. But this is part of the unboxing that we've been doing. I got a bunch of sandpaper already, as you can see on the fender that I did some sanding on. So they're just a stick-on pad onto my orbital sander, my air sander. But hey, let's not worry about this stuff. We'll get into more of the car. But yeah, this is the stuff that we need to do a proper job. Okay guys, so I think today what we're going to do is play around with this floor pan. As you can see, it doesn't exist. When the car arrived, there's a cookie sheet covering the hole. We're going to make this right. We do have the floor pan here. Mind you, that was quite the task trying to locate one. But we found one, we got it. So right up in the top there, a little bit of the toe board needs to be patched up, so we'll cut that junk out. We'll cut all this rotten stuff out and we'll replace it with a good pan. I'll just take you around to the pan. I've got some marks on here and then we'll just cut it out. So here we go guys. There's the floor pan forward, got part of the transmission hump on there, got the toe board on here. It's quite a bit larger than what we're gonna need. The material that's on the floor is actually in decent shape where it's not rotted. So I put some lines on here. These are where the seat mounts to. So I don't know if I really want to play with that too much. We might just come back a little bit further and cut back. I can always cut more out. I don't want to have to add to. So right here along the transmission hump, this is in good shape on the car, so we don't need this piece. A lot of this sheet metal, it's cut to fit where you can put it. If you need the whole thing, great, change the whole thing. But if you don't, just just patch what you need to patch, mesh the good metal with the new metal, and go from there. So I think what I'm gonna do, because my lines are here, I'm probably gonna go about 2 inches up above, and that way, like I said, I can always cut back. I can't add to. So I'll get set up here and we'll cut this down. So I grabbed one of my China markers, just a white crayon, and I laid this out where I want to cut. Originally I had it here. I wanted a little bit more. So we came up here, X's, say don't use, and straight up and into there. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and we'll cut this out, guys. Alright guys, so we trimmed that floor pan all down to fit. We fit it in here. The fit was great. It put in here where we needed it. So what I did, I came along and we put self-tapping screws all the way around just to suck everything tight, and that way there's no, the gap in between was very minimal where we had to weld. So we ran a couple beads all the way around in here, just stitch welded in. And then we got to do the flange underneath where it meets onto the body, the unibody here. So the flange underneath needs to be welded up just yet. But we'll come back, we'll fill all these self-tapper holes. I left a lot of material underneath. So from this point back, the old material's underneath it here. So we plug weld, make sure everything was tight and secure. So what we'll do is weld that flange underneath. We'll grind down the welds in here, that way there's no bumps and lumps under the carpet. And we'll run a bead of seam seal around this. Probably paint it first, just a rattle can treatment real quick, just so that it doesn't corrode. But that's it guys, floor pan's in. Next video, what we'll do is work on the quarter panel patches. And I'll get a little more in depth when we do the quarter panel patches. Just, I know this one was a very quick, here it is, boom, it's done. But guys, hey, I hope you're enjoying. But there's a floor pan. Yeah.